The characters are, I'm going to kind of copy what he said earlier, a good ground sort of point for storytelling. And I also see them as incredibly symbolic. And so they, to me, represent the rebel, the sort of person that is looked down upon and shunned upon.
The outcast.
The outcast, but yet incredibly appealing because they are that sort of rebel, that sort of James Dean, thing that people gravitate towards.
There's a lot of different elements. There's the love story, there's the action aspects,
Absolutely.
there's the humor, the fear. It's really scary at times.
Well, the writers, Kevin Williamson just knows how to Kevin and Julie have this sort of really great balance where he's got this ability to layer in the fright and the humor, and then and so what happens is that you have all of these aspects that sort of hit you at the same time, and it makes for a really wonderful viewing pleasure. The great thing is that I think L.J. Smith created these characters. We wanted to sort of, because we deviate from the story quite a bit, but the characters themselves are what made people fall in love with these stories, and so we wanted to sort of honor that, and also too, because it's all there. You just read it, and you go, oh, that's how he is.
Yeah,
makes your drive.
I remember when I was cast. I didn't have much time to start shooting, but I hadn't had much time until we started shooting. But I tried to cram in as much of the books as I could prior to shooting because and I remember just obsessively reading the books, trying to just get all this knowledge about stuff. And so, but I'll tell you, it's really useful because again, it is the basis of this story.
He would kick my ass.
His ass.
For sure.
I was thinking you weren't going to say
Yeah,
that.
I didn't think you were going to say that either.
Do you think I'd kick your ass if we were both fully on blood?
I think just the venom, it's
like the tortoise. 165 years of
it's just
repression
of being repressed and just letting that explode. I think if and when that ever happens, Damon is definitely screwed.
I think
You
Catherine
heard it
kicked
here.
both of you guys.
Oh, Catherine kicked the crap out of both of them. She's also like 400 years old.
This is true. In the first season, she was alluded to and talked about, and so much was happening. There were so many problems in Mystic Falls because of this idea of Catherine from back in the 1800s. Now that she's back, you can only imagine what it's going to be like. She's going to wreak so much havoc. So beware.
You put the eyes in and the teeth, I become a completely different person. Become a little more deviant, and I scare people a little bit.
It's pretty scary, yeah.
We have the eyes and
the big red eyes,
the huge red eyes or whatever, and we'll wrap shooting, and I'll run to the trailer to go to wash up, and I'll forget that I have them in, and I'll look in the mirror, and I'll completely forget, and I always my heart skips a beat a second, and I'm like, huh? I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, I have contacts.
One of the two of you, I can't remember which one, had your fangs in, and I asked, how hard how does that all fit in your mouth? And this is before I played Catherine. And one of you was like, here, let's see if it hurts.
Oh, that was
and
me.
And one of you bit me, and
it was, I didn't realize
it
punctured her skin. It was not good. I promise I'll never do that again.
They're painful, thank you.
They are...
That's why I don't go near him anymore when he has those fangs with the eyes in.
I thought he was going to say Willem Dafoe.
I would rather have played Willem Dafoe. I would rather play Willem Dafoe in Shadow of the Vampire.
I think you would play Lestat. Like Tom Cruise played Lestat in what's it called?
Interview with the Vampire.
Interview with the Vampire.
That's a good. That's fun.
What about me? What would you guys say?
You know who you'd play? Because you love that sort of female action. You've been Kate Beckinsale in that movie.
Underworld. Okay,
Underworld.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Kate Beckinsale.
That's empowering.
She's hot.
Thank you.
I have had 24 hours to think about it because I play vampire, so I was like, well, what would I have felt? And I remember going through these different phases where initially I was like, this is ridiculous, of course, you make the best of it, think about what you could do. And then as you think more and more, you realize it never and you'll drive yourself insane. And
you're right.
It just.
It would be amazing. You could the humanitarian aspect.
Right, exactly.
Even though you kill people, you could probably do a lot of great things. Ultimately, you could.
The answer is, in the end, I would choose the.
I think I'd be a vampire. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go for it.
You know what? I'd be a vampire.
And if I got sick of it, I'd just like.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Actually,
wait a minute. You could do that, and you could just off yourself. You could just jump into the sun.
You know what? That's the most pragmatic. Actually, that's what I do. Humanitarian effort first. Off myself.
What if you got turned into a vampire when you were about 85 and you were this sort of like crotchety old, vampire?
I know some really active 85-year-olds.
Well, truly, but
great vampires.
Do you see what I go through on a daily basis? Oh, I love you, boys.
We love you too.
Aww.
we love you too. Usually, sure.